You're watching Catch It Live first.
Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. I am Jimmy James. Good afternoon. We've got all the goals for you as they go in from around the UK and Europe. We've got our accumulator bet on the go. We'll go through that in a moment. First of all, let's get some atmosphere. Let's get some football on for you as well. There we go. Now, I think that's us set. Last night, some Polish football being played. I think it was Polonia Bytom. Let's have a quick look who it was. It was Polonia Bytom. It'll come up in a second. It's in the Polish Betclic one anyway. And speaking of the Polish Betclic one, later on today, 6:30 kickoff in the UK, we've got the mighty Wisła Kraków hosting Odra Opole. Good now the international break's over. Get back to some proper football. Do you know, I didn't even watch one of England's games. It's just so, I won't swear. It's so dull. Oh, my word. So dull. We had some one early kickoff in the English Premier League earlier on. Arsenal hosting Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest getting a new manager. Made no difference. Arsenal running out 3-0 winners. Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. 0-0 with Aston Villa. Everton playing at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Just doesn't sound right. No, it's progress and the stadium, yeah, fantastic, but it's Goodison Park. It'll always be Goodison Park. Early goal going in there. Forest Green 0, Scunthorpe 1. Declan Howe on 2 minutes, giving Scunthorpe an early lead. And Ethan Walker also on 2 minutes, giving a 1-0 lead at home to Ross County. Wealdstone 1, Gateshead 0. And Heidenheim 0, Dortmund 1. Goals are going across the top here. Keep up to date with your favourite team. If you've had a bet, hopefully you have. Let us know in live chat. Let us know in live chat what you've had. I'll go through mine very shortly, and I think that might be one of mine. Forfar 1, Dumbarton 0. Martin Rennie on 3 minutes, giving Forfar an early lead. I'm not sure. I think it might be though. Oh, this one definitely is one of mine. Exeter 0, Port Vale 1. I've done an accumulator. Or a parlay if you're watching around Europe. And let's have a look at that one for a moment. And it is a 16-fold accumulator over 2.5 goals. So 3 goals or more in each of these games. Cash out's currently 21 pence. And it is £101,868.14. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. 4-1 Dumbarton 0, Martin Rennie on 3 minutes. Exeter 0, Port Vale 1. That was Ruari Payton on 4 minutes. And that is one of mine for 3 goals or more in the game. I'm pretty sure. St James's Park, still Newcastle 0, Wolves 0. So we've gone for, bear in mind, 3 goals or over in each of these games. Crystal Palace and Sunderland. Fulham and Leeds. Stoke and Birmingham, Watford Blackburn, Wigan Doncaster, AFC Wimbledon Rotherham, Exeter and Port Vale, Stockport Cardiff, Bristol Rovers Barrow, Oldham and Bromley, Gillingham and Notts County, Aberdeen and Livingston, Arbroath and Dunfermline, Kelty Hearts and Stenhousemuir, Alloa and Montrose, and finally Stranraer and Spartans. Wealdstone 1, Gateshead 0. It was Dominic Hutchinson in the 4th minute, giving Wealdstone the lead. And it's Braintree 1, York 0. Terrell Works on 4 minutes. Also, lots of games being played in the FA Cup qualification stage. They won't be coming through as updates, just the final result. So when we go through all the final scores later on, we'll go through what's actually come in. It does tend to take a long time, though, before those results come through and are confirmed. But we will go with what we've got. Can't hang around too long at the end of play today, because at 6:30 tonight in the UK, Wisła Krakow, we are hosting Odra Opole. Looking to get back to winning with Wisła. Still top of the league as well. And it's Edinburgh City 1, East Kilbride 0. James Stokes on 5 minutes, giving Edinburgh an early lead. I forgot whether that was one of mine or not now. That's the trouble when you have so many. Did we have any Edinburgh City? I can't remember, and I'm just going through them. It matters not. It's still early stages. The main thing that matters is the cash out that's being offered from Betfair. 13 pence just dropped down to 12 pence. They mustn't be feeling confident. And where have I put my glasses at? Well, Vitality Stadium. It's still Bournemouth 0, Brighton 0. I'm hoping that today, after the international break, we're going to get a plethora of goals. That's what I'm hoping anyway. If you've had a bet, let us know in live chat what you're waiting for. We can cheer it along. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic. Share the streams and we'll love you forever. Earlier kickoffs over in the UK today. We've just done that one in the Premier League. Arsenal beating Nottingham Forest by 3-0 and comfortably as well. In the English Championship, these are final scores now. Charlton 1, Millwall 1. Good result for Charlton, that. They did go down to 10 men as well. Oxford United 2, Leicester 2. Leicester also being down to 10 men. And Preston 2, Middlesbrough 2. Plenty of goals, but nobody could get 3 points. Hillsborough. An early goal for Bristol City. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 1. Goal scorer to follow. Been doing all right of Sheffield Wednesday, considering all the issues that they've got. And plenty of time to come back in that game, but they are currently trailing. Barnsley 1, Reading 0. Goal scorer Josh Earl on 9 minutes, giving Barnsley an early lead. And Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 1. It was Harry Amass with an own goal on 6 minutes. Good gesture from Manchester United there with Harry Amass. They've lent him out on loan for the season and they're paying his wages and, you know, blah, 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 trying to help Sheffield Wednesday out. As things stand, they're probably wishing they hadn't bothered. He's just put Bristol City 1-0 up. I jest, of course. It was a good gesture. Edinburgh City 1, East Kilbride 1. East Kilbride getting back on level terms there after James Stokes put Edinburgh City into the lead on 5 minutes. John Robertson with a penalty on 9 minutes has levelled things up there. Over in Spain, Getafe 2, Real Oviedo 0. And Braintree 1, York City 0. Beaufort 2, Dumbarton 0. Early goals going in up in Scotland. Well, up from where I am. Depending on where you are, it could be down. Mainz 0, RB Leipzig 1. I was seeing when the transfer window was still open that Harvey Elliott was supposed to be going. I'm sure it was to RB Leipzig. I was talking to my son-in-law about it, Cal. But it ended up, where did he go to? Was it Aston Villa? Not much difference, is there? Let's have a look at the old cash out, see what we're being offered. 8 pence. 8 flipping pence. Oh, and we're also going to find out who was playing. Oh, Tychy. Had a decent start in the Polish Betclic one, Tychy, and it's tailed off lately. Bytom Polonia. I won't tell you the score in case you don't know and you want to watch it. Far 2 Dumbarton 0. It was Jake Dozanski on 11 minutes, giving Forfar, well, doubling Forfar's lead. Good start if you're a Forfar fan. Try saying that after you've had a few sherbets. Live chat is open. Let us know what your thoughts are. And here's another one of mine. Wigan 1, Doncaster 0. Dara Costello. Dara Costello. On 11 minutes, giving Wigan a 1-0 lead over Doncaster. How's that affecting my cash out? Not one bit. It's come down to 6 pence now. I see what they're doing here. They're trying to worry me into thinking my bet's going to be down. Bet365 Stadium, it's still Stoke 0, Birmingham 0. I think that I was worried about that one, to be honest, but I've just got a feeling we're going to get a goal in the second half there. Not sure who to. And then the floodgates are going to open. But we shall see. Sutton 0, Tamworth 1. We won't be saying goal scorer to follow there because, as we know, it takes too long. St James's Park still Newcastle 0, Wolves 0. Let's just get rid of Jimmy and then we can see this. The opening goal there to Bytom Polonia. Here we go. Cross coming in from the right hand side. Cool. That's a good goal. Rose well. Lovely. Sutton 0, Tamworth 1. It was Joe Riley on 12 minutes with a penalty. So, you've probably heard the news. It would be comical news as well to most of you. That Andre Onana left Manchester United. He's gone over to, I don't know, where's he gone? Somewhere in Turkey or wherever. I don't know. Don't care. But he was at it again in the midweek playing for the national team. Absolutely shocking keeper. Absolutely shocking. Wigan 2, Doncaster 0. Matt Smith on 14 minutes. Is that the same Matt Smith, I wonder, who used to be at Salford? Truth be told, I don't know. If you do, live chat's open. Let me know. Leave a comment. Get involved. Yeah, it's not stopping my cash out coming down. We're now at 3. I wish it was 13 pence. 3 pence. Shocking. Fleetwood 1, Walsall 0. Ryan Graydon on 16 minutes, giving Fleetwood the lead. I did have a look at that one as well to add to my bet, and thought, yeah, Walsall. They've ruined my coupon too many times. Don't fall off your chair. Luton 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. Matthew Sorinola on 15 minutes giving Argyle the lead. And Bristol Rovers 1, Barrow 0. Josh McEachran on 16 minutes giving Bristol Rovers the lead. That's one that's on my coupon, I'm sure. Cash out's gone up to 5 pence. They're getting worried. They're getting worried at Betfair. Just have a double check of the volumes. Frankie James is not here. She's gone to a food festival. The lucky lass. Let's see if these volumes are okay. Everything sounds good. We're on ultra low latencies today. So fingers crossed, the PC should be able to cope with that. From my mouth to your telephone or whatever device you're watching us on in the space of seconds. Modern technology. It's brilliant. I did see something in the, I think it was when did I see it? I'm going to say last week. It was an article that came through to say that the Japanese have now invented something, whether it's an internet or whatever, or it can download, in theory, the whole of Netflix, everything that's on Netflix. It can download it in less than 1 second. Less than 1 second. Amazing. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 0. Alex Scott on 18 minutes. And Truro 0, Rochdale 1. Kyron Gordon on 11 minutes, giving Rochdale the lead. Union Berlin 0, Hoffenheim 2. Loughgall 0, hit Haaland and Wolf Welders 1. Goal scorer to follow there, possibly. Gotta be honest, my mind keeps wandering to tonight's game. This were Krakow full house today, pushing 33,000. This were Krakow hosting Odra Apole. Join us for that one. I've got everything ready. We've got the party poppers ready for when a Viswa goal goes in. Didn't need to use any the last time they played against Legnice, so we got beat 2-0. But before that, it had been a plethora of Argyle goals. Speaking of goals, it's Annan Athletic 0, Clyde 1, James Hilton on 19 minutes. Cash out's down at 2 pence now. What have been playing? Not even been playing 20 minutes yet. Boreham Wood 1, Altrincham 0. Eric O'Souza on 17 minutes, giving Boreham Wood the lead. I think if my bet comes up, I'll let one of these off. I'll splash out. Not in that way. Get your minds out the gutter. Coventry 0, Norwich 1. Matthias Kvistgarden on 17 minutes. Coventry 0, Norwich 1. I wonder if the rumours are affecting Coventry that Frank Lampard is going to go to West Ham as manager. He's got a history with the club, hasn't he, in a big way. Doesn't necessarily going to be a good manager, though. If the team is rubbish, they're rubbish. A bit like Plymouth Argyle. Can't hold a lead. It's now Luton 1, Plymouth Argyle 1. Jerry Yates on 20 minutes from the penalty spot. All things are level. Oh dear. gets worse for Sheffield Wednesday. It's now Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 2. Goal scorer to follow, and it's Peterborough 1, Wickham 0. Matthew Garbutt on 21 minutes, giving Peterborough the lead. It was Emil Riss on 18 minutes, doubling Bristol City's lead away at Sheffield Wednesday. Considering that Sheffield Wednesday have not scored a home goal all season, losing 2-0, it's not looking good for them today, that's for sure. Although, at some point, they will turn things around. Even with the team they've got, they will score at home this season. If not, blimey, that's going to be a real tough watch if you're a home fan. Nothing to cheer all season. Blimey. Do you know, it's in Devon, it's lovely today, lovely sunshine, but it's just cooling down a little bit. And I've got the door to the studios are shut. No heating on though, don't need it. The PCs certainly give off some heat. Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 1, Andy Todd on 20 minutes, and Stoke 1, Birmingham 0. Bourson Laval on 21 minutes. Just as I thought, I've got a feeling the floodgates are going to open in that game. Normally Stoke Birmingham, you'd think, yeah, that could be a tight affair. Not today, not in my thinking anyway. Still at 3 pence to 1 the cash out, it's not really affected it. And it's Burton 0, Lincoln 1, Sonny Bradley on 22 minutes, giving Lincoln the lead. Quick shout out, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Live chat is open, let us know what your bets are. Did we go through all of the early kickoffs? Can't remember. I cannot remember. And an Athletic 0, Clyde 2. Marley Redfern on the 23rd minute, doubling Clyde's lead. Rangers and Hearts. It is now Rangers 0, Hearts 1. Not a good season, is it, to be a Rangers fan currently? Or a Celtic fan in Europe? Goal scorer to follow in that game. It was Lawrence Shankland on 21 minutes, giving Hearts the lead. There's a handball in the build-up here. There's a handball there. VAR are going to get involved. It does hit Lawrence Shankland's hand. Saying that, there's a lot of football happens after that, before the ball's in the back of the net, so we'll see what happens. Hang fire there, but for me, it'll stand. Sutton 0, Tamworth 2. Tyler Roberts on 20 minutes, doubling Tamworth's lead. East Fife 1, Queen of the South 0. And Chesterfield 0, MK Dons 1. Goal scorers to follow in those two games. East Fife 1, Queen of the South 0. It was Tommy Goss on 25 minutes. And Solihull Moors 1, Morecambe 0. A few goal scorers to follow. Here's me saying the weather's lovely in Devon. Yeah, still sunny, but the wind is definitely starting to pick up. Fleetwood 1, Walsall 1. Daniel Carnew on 25 minutes, getting Walsall back on level terms there. And Chesterfield 0, MK Dons 1. It was Rushian Hepburn Murphy on 25 minutes, giving the Dons the lead. Bromby 1, FC Copenhagen getting back level terms there, 1. It's all gone a little bit quiet. Come on, get banging some goals in. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 0, Everton 0, Aston Villa 0, Fulham 0, Leeds 0, Newcastle 0, Wolves 0. Blimey O'Reilly. Most entertaining league in the world, the Premier League. You might say the most competitive. I'd argue most, most entertaining. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. The people who are saying this have never seen the Polish Betclic 1 or the Extract Classer. Boreham Wood 2, Altrincham 0. Goal scorers to follow. Dungannon 0, Crusaders 2. It's over in Ireland. Kelty Hearts 0, Stenosmuir 1. Ewan O'Reilly from the penalty spot on the 28th minute. That's one of mine on my coupon. And Shrewsbury 0, Salford 1. Daniel Ado on 28 minutes, giving Salford the lead. Bristol Rovers 2, Barrow 0. In the La Liga, Real Sociedad 0, Real Madrid 1. Wraith 0, St Johnstone 1. Adama Sidibe on 29 minutes, giving St Johnstone the lead. Cash out, where we up to we're at 1 pence. Boreham Wood 2, Altrincham 0. It was Eriko Sousa on 28 minutes, doubling Boreham Wood's lead. There's been a goal at St James's Park. Bristol Rovers 2, Barrow 0. It was Fabrizio Caven on 28 minutes. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. It was Nick Voltermade on 30 minutes. Powerful header that is. Yeah, that was some powerful header. Who needs Isaac? There'll be a song going around St James's Park now. Someone will come up with something, put it that way. God, it's so warm in here now. I'm going to have to open a door. Selhurst Park still Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 0. Swindon 0, Harrogate 1. Jack Muldoon on 30 minutes, giving Harrogate the lead. First 30 minutes has gone pretty quick. 1p on the cash out. Grimsby 0, Cambridge United 1, goal scorer to follow. It is Adam Mayer on 31 minutes, giving Cambridge a lead. And Peterhead 1, Hamilton Academical 0, Craig McCuffey on 30 minutes, giving Peterhead the lead. Sean Doherty for Stranrath, 31 minutes. He's not scored. He's been a naughty boy. He's been sent off. Solihull Moors 1, Morecambe 1. Jack Nolan on 30 minutes, getting Morecambe back on level terms. And Loughgall 1, Harland and Wolf Welders 1. Loughgall getting back level. Tranmere 1, Newport 0. Empire Maker will be happy with that one. Can they hold on? That is the question. And Queen's University 1, Armagh 0. Dundee FC 0, Motherwell 1. That was Maswan Hisse on 33 minutes, giving Motherwell that lead. And Sutton 1, Tamworth 2. Lewis Simper on 28 minutes, pulling one back for Sutton, but they are still trailing there. Edinburgh City 1, East Kilbride 2. Cameron Elliott on 32 minutes, giving East Kilbride the lead after they had an early goal, but Edinburgh City pulled one back. But they retake the lead. Wrexham 0, QPR 1. Goal scorer to follow. If they thought they were going to go up into the Championship and by promotion, that's what they're doing ultimately. Not going to be as easy as they thought. Tranmere 1, Newport 0. Jaden Joseph on 33 minutes for Tranmere. Yeah, I jest a little bit with that comment about Wrexham. I don't think they'll think it's easy at all to get into the Premier League. However, they will be expecting. And it was Wrexham 0, QPR 1. It was Connor Cody with a 33rd minute own goal. Scored a few own goals this season, Wrexham, if I'm going from memory. Cliftonville 0, Ballymena 1. That is a score correction. And then it's now Cliftonville 0, Ballymena 1 as a goal. So I don't know if the correction has come through and corrected. We'll find out. Bromby 2, Copenhagen 1. Bromby taking the lead there. Fulham and Leeds, it's still 0-0. Doesn't look like the best game, to be honest. Barnsley 1, Reading 1. Reading getting back level. Goal scorer to follow any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Whenever you're ready. Jack Marriott on 35 minutes. And it gets worse for Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 3. Could be an ugly afternoon for Sheffield Wednesday, this. Anis Mehmeti on 32 minutes. Cashalton 0, Cray Wanderers 1. And Stockport 1, Cardiff 0. Ollie Norwood on 34 minutes from the penalty spot, giving Stockport the lead. Cardiff have been going great guns as well, haven't they? I could literally, it's so warm in here now. I had a sandwich before we started streaming. Ooh. I could just sit back and fall asleep. It's been a busy week work-wise, that's for sure. Annan Athletic 0, Clyde 3. Sounds like Annan's defence has gone to sleep as well. Muhammad Niang on 36 minutes, giving Clyde that 3-0 lead. And Lofgor 0, Haaland and Wolf Welders 2. Cleethorpes 1, Leek 0. Let's have a quick look at the cash out. How are we doing? How are we doing? Cash out too low. Right, let's name and shame. Who's letting us down? Crystal Palace and Sunderland 0-0. Leeds and Fulham 0-0. Watford, Blackburn, AFC Wimbledon, Rotherham. Oldham and Bromley. Gillingham and Notts County. Aberdeen and Livingston. Alba, Montrose and Stranraer and Spartans 0-0. And if you're wondering where Stranraer, if you're wondering where that comes from, it's off Phoenix Knights. Calgary 2, Parma 0. Wergem 2. Leuven 0. Annan 0. Clyde 4. Blimey. Niang has just given them a 3-0 lead on 36 minutes and they're in again. Rill 1, Newtown 2. Rill on the score sheet but still trailing. And it was Marley Redfern on 38 minutes for Clyde. They're having a field day away at Annan Athletic. AFC Wimbledon 0. Rotherham 1. And Sutton 2, Tamworth 2. Lewis Simper again on the score sheet. That's a brace for him on the day. 37 minutes gone there. Forfar Athletic 2, Dumbarton 1. So Dumbarton on the score sheet now. But still trailing. Goal scorer to follow. And AFC Wimbledon 0, Rotherham 1. It was Jordan Hugill on 38 minutes giving Rotherham the lead. It's all gone quiet. Forfar 2, Dumbarton 1. Scott Honeyman it was for Dumbarton. On 39 minutes. They are still trailing though. Cash out. Value too low. Peterborough 2, Wickham 0. Goal scored to follow in that one. And Union Berlin 1, Hoffenheim 3. Hoffenheim pulling away. Swansea 1. Hull City 0. And Peterborough 2, Wickham 0. Jimmy J. Morgan on 41 minutes, doubling Peterborough's lead. The goal scorer for Swansea, Zan Vipotnik on 40 minutes. Swansea 1, Hull 0. Zan Vipotnik, that's 4 goals in 4 games for him. Warren Point 0. Correction, Warren Point 1, adds 0. And Estrel 1, AFC 0. Carshalton 0, Cray Wanderers 2. And Sutton 2, Tamworth 3. Manny Duku on 41 minutes. Sutton 2, Tamworth 3. Manny Duku on 38 minutes. Something going wrong with the video printer there. Either way, it's Tamworth 2. It's Sutton 2, Tamworth 3. Swindon 1, Harrogate 1. Swindon getting back level. Goal scorer to follow. And Peterhead 1, Hamilton 1. It was Ollie Clark on 44 minutes getting Swindon back level with Harrogate. 1-1 there. And Boreham Wood. It's Boreham Wood 3, Altrincham 0. Boreham Wood pulling away. Peterhead 1, Hamilton Accies 1. It was Oliver Shaw on 43 minutes getting Hamilton back level. Wrexham 0, QPR 2. It's going from bad to worse. If you're a Wrexham fan, it was Richard Cohn on 44 minutes. Wrexham 0, QPR 2. How are they doing in the league, I wonder? Elgin City 1, Stirling 0. Just want to see how are Wrexham doing in the league? Elgin City 1, Stirling Albion 0. It was Russell Dingwall on 44 minutes giving Elgin City the lead. And half times are coming through now as well. Boreham Wood 3, Altrincham 0. It was Zach Brunt with a 44th minute penalty. And once again, Solihull Moors take the lead against Morecambe. It's 2-1. It was Jacob Wakeling on 43 minutes, giving Solihull Moors the lead once more. Exeter 0, Port Vale 2. Devante Cole on 45 minutes, giving Port Vale a commanding lead now. Yeah, Wrexham currently just 2 places from the drop zone. Just 4 points from their opening 5 games. 1 victory, 1 draw, and the rest have been defeats. And it's Swansea 1, Hull 1. Ollie McBurney on 45 minutes, getting Hull back on level terms. Swansea 1, Hull 1. As we've just seen, McBurney, or as we've just heard, McBurney. It was just a ball into the box, and McBurney first to react, really. Disappointing goal for Swansea. Seems to have gone quick that first half as well. Wealdstone 1, Gateshead 1. It was Kane Adom. 1 minute into added on time at the end of the first half. It is 1-1. The Rangers fans are not happy up in Scotland. That stadium will erupt. Not in a good way. Everton and Aston Villa 0-0 at half time. Martinez in goal today. He's 5-1, Queen of the South 1. Reece Lyon on the 47th minute. Or 2 minutes into added on time at the end of the first half. Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 2. Andy Todd doubling Dunfermline's lead. 1 minute into added on time. End of that first half. Yeah, live table currently. It is Middlesbrough topping the table on 13 points. No doubt cash out will still be on. Cash out will be too low. Tenali, they're almost doubling Newcastle's lead. Jinking and jiving, put the shot in, it's hit the post. Come across the goal behind the keeper. It's not gone in, it's just carried on the wrong side of the post. Don't fall off your chair if you're a home park faithful. Luton 1, Plymouth Argyle 2. Bradley Ibrahim, 45 minutes plus 5 minutes of stoppage time. He's put Plymouth back into the lead. Half-time, Grimsby 0, Cambridge 1. Could do some Pro Plus to try and stay awake and all that. All these games being played today, it's not exactly... I was hoping after the international break we were going to get a plethora of goals. No. Portadown 0, Coleraine 1. EasyJet have just put an ad up there. And Ryanair have gone back now to allowing passengers to carry on larger luggage. I think a lot of it was backfiring, where they were getting people to the boarding gate and then saying, your bag's much too big. You're going to have to pay us £6,000 to enter. Exaggeration, of course, but... And all of these over in Spain, we don't want the tourists, we don't want, keep away, you're ruining everything. Properties, there's none available for us to buy, and yet starting to struggle a little bit now, aren't they? Empty streets. Is it Magaluf where they had a big crackdown as well, or something like that? There's plenty of crackdown in Magaluf, isn't there? But yeah, they're starting to feel the pinch now, not having the tourist trade. We knew it was going to happen. They'll be begging for the tourist trade to come back. And there's been plenty of Spanish people who've come on who are in the hospitality business, shall we say. And they've openly said, look, before tourism really kicked off, there was nothing, there was no jobs, the standard of living wasn't better because nobody had any money, there was no investment. So yes, tourism may bring more people, but it also brings financing as well. You can't have both. That's just not, in an ideal world, if you were a local, that's how it would work. You'd have the money and you wouldn't get overly visited. However, that's not how it works. You want the income, you want the money, you want the standards of living to increase through investment. Well, that comes at a price. Big game tomorrow in the UK as well, Manchester United and Manchester City. How long's on the clock above in that Tychy game? Currently 1-1. Well, a replay of last night's game. I think why it's half time just before the second half start. We'll go for a quick piddle. I shall be back. I'll be back shortly. I was going to turn my mic off turn it back on when I come back, but I know I'll forget. So I'll leave it on. We'll be back. And we're back. Well, that took me a little bit longer than I expected. Excuse me. I had a delivery. I'm waiting for some merchandise coming from Wisła Kraków that I've ordered. Some t-shirts out of the club shop and what have you. So I was hoping it was going to be that. But sadly, not. West Ham and Tottenham tonight. That's live on Sky Sports. When they built the stadium, they didn't give too much thought, I don't think, to the camera positioning. It's not a good camera view, that's for sure. Jack Grealish just coming out for the second half there. Big smile on his face. That's what I like to see. A footballer with a smile on his face. There's some right miserable pigs, isn't there? They've got the dream jobs. I'm not saying there's not pressure on them and that, but they're never going to be short of money, are they? They've got everything they need. And they're so miserable. Put a smile on your face. East Fife 2, Queen of the South 1. Early goal in the second half there for East Fife. Wolfsberger 1, Salzburg 0. Goal scorer to follow for East Fife, and it was Nathan Austin on 46 minutes, putting East Fife into the lead. Queen of the South must have still been in the changing rooms after they've enjoyed a cup of tea and an orange or whatever they have. Now it's probably an isotonic drink, or it's all so professional, which in a way is good, but football isn't as good as it used to be. Unless you watch the Polish football. It's like English football in the 80s and the 90s when it was good. Carlisle 1, Aldershot 0. Goal scorer to follow. Do you know all the youngsters coming through now who never knew what it was like to watch football in the 80s and the 90s? And Goldbridge has said this as well. We're getting ripped off. It's nowhere near as good. Not even close. Shrewsbury 1, Salford 1. Shrewsbury getting back on level terms there after Salford took a lead in the first half. And Hollywell 8, Gresfell 2. The comeback, is it on? You've certainly had your money's worth if you've watched that game today. And it was Sam Klukas on 47 minutes getting Shrewsbury back on level terms with Salford, 1-1. Sogndal 1, Lillestrøm 2. Lillestrøm taking the lead there. Wondering what the announcements are going to be before the game tonight for Wisła Kraków. Exciting times. And Watford 0, Blackburn 1. Goal scorer to follow. Carlisle 1, Aldershot 0. It was Regan Linney on 46 minutes giving Carlisle the lead. Kudos as well to Truro, who went to Carlisle. Was it last weekend or weekend before? Longest trip in the country. Carlisle made them welcome, give them a drink and something to eat as well, the fans. They got vouchers. Good effort from Carlisle. And it was Watford 0, Blackburn 1. It was Morishita on 47 minutes, giving Blackburn the lead. Funny season. They've not been doing well, Blackburn, but they keep getting into a half-decent position and then blowing it. So hopefully today, after Morishita has put them in the lead, they can hold on. Although I do want more goals in that game because it's on my coupon. Braintree 2, York 0. Terrell Works on 47 minutes. That's a brace for Terrell Works today. Braintree 2, York 0. Ajax 2, Zwolle 0. And Rill 1, Newtown 4. Dundee FC 1, Motherwell 1. Dundee FC getting back level. Goal scored by Luke Graham in the 48th minute. And Wigan 3, Doncaster 0. Red letter day for Wigan. I was thinking Doncaster might be getting a result there today. I'm glad I didn't have that on my coupon as an away win. Plenty of time to go, but it looks like Wigan are going to take all 3 points with a 3-0 lead. Annan 0, Clyde 5. Goal scorer to follow there. Red letter day if you're a Clyde fan. No doubt the Annan faithful will not be happy with that. And Gillingham 1, Notts County 0. Goal scorer to follow. It was Kyle Connell on 51 minutes getting Clyde's 5th. Annan 0, Clyde 5. And at the Vitality Stadium, it's Bournemouth 1, Brighton 1. Bournemouth taking the lead through Scott on 18 minutes. But Mitoma on 48 minutes, getting Brighton back on level terms. And Solihull 2, Morecambe 2. Morecambe has took the lead. Solihull Moors have taken the lead twice in that game, but they keep getting pegged back. And 1, Ross County 1. Jay Henderson on 49 minutes, getting Ross County back on level terms. And Gillingham 1, Notts County 0. It was Josh Andrews in the 46th minute, giving Gillingham the lead. Let's have a quick look at the old cash out, see if it's been affected in any way by any of these goals. No, cash out still too low. Bugger. Sellers Park still Palace 0, Sunderland 0. AFC Wimbledon 1, Rotherham 1. AFC Wimbledon getting back on level terms there. Goal scorer to follow. And Peterborough 2, Wickham 1. Wickham on the score sheet, but still trailing. And the goal scorer for AFC Wimbledon against Rotherham was... we'll tell you the Wickham scorer first. It was Fred Onyedinma on 49 minutes. East Kilbride 2. Edinburgh City 2, East Kilbride 2. Jason Jarvis on 49 minutes getting Edinburgh back level. And now that Wimbledon goal scorer was Jake Reeves on 50 minutes, making it Wimbledon 1, Rotherham 1. Solihull Moors 2, Morecambe 2. It was Admiral Muskway on 49 minutes getting Morecambe back level. Great name that is. Admiral Muskway or Muskwee. Freiburg 1, Stuttgart 1. Freiburg getting back level there. And Cliftonville 1, Ballymena 1. Cliftonville getting back level. Let's have a see if we can have a cheeky little bet here. Seeing as there's not been a lot of goals going in, let's see what we can do. Let's go to 2 goals or more in the games. Possibly Everton Villa. Possibly Palace and Sunderland. I'm not bothering with Leeds and Fulham. It's been garbage. Oh, Luton 2, Plymouth 2, Naki Wells on 49 minutes from the penalty spot. That's 2 penalties, I think, for Luton today, is it? I'm going from memory, though, so maybe not. But Plymouth have taken the lead twice, but Luton have pegged them back twice. West Brom and Derby. Let's have a go at that. 2 goals, possibly. What about... Leyton Orient and Bolton, possibly 2 in that game. Oldham and Bromley, probably 2. Moving up to Scotland. Aberdeen and Livingston for 2 in that one. Queen's Park and Morton, possibly. Alloa and Montrose, possibly. Right, where are we up to? 3.5 grand. That's no good. Stranraer and Spartans, 2.4. English National League, Southend and Boston, maybe. What are we up to now? 20,000. Let's go with that. £1 stake. £21,427. Got to be in with a shout there. Crew 1, Barnet 0. Tommy O'Reilly on 54 minutes, giving Crew the lead. And Joel Edwards has been sent off to Plymouth on 50 minutes. Full play. So they've taken the lead twice against Luton, Argyle have. And on both occasions, they've blown it, and now they're down to 10 men. Braintree 2, York 1. Alex Hunt on 54 minutes on the score sheet for York, but still trailing. And now the comeback is complete. Solihull Moors 2, Morecambe 3. Admiral Musquay on 51 minutes, giving Morecambe the lead. Solihull Moors have had the lead twice there, but they are now behind. Barnsley 2, Reading 1. Davis Keeler done on 55 minutes, giving Barnsley the lead. Cash out on my bet I've just put on is at 18 pence. Come on, get some goals in. Might treat myself to a takeaway tonight. Crew 1, Barnet 1. Barnet getting back on level terms there. Goal scorer to follow. It was Lee and Lavu on 57 minutes, getting Barnet back level. Crew 1, Barnet 1. Freiburg 2, Stuttgart 1. Freiburg taking the lead. And Brickfield 0, Mould Alexandra 1. Spartak Varna 1, Arda 0. We have got a stream supporter today. Ollie Stone. Details are in the description of the video. Craven Cottage still Fulham 0, Leeds 0. Not the most Premier League highlights from 5:15. There won't be many from this game. Keep looking at it and it's just so... It's so dull. Smith Rowe's coming on for Fulham now. Hopefully he can bring a bit of a spark to a game that is dross. Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 3. Andy Todd, a 58th minute goal. That's his hat-trick for the day. Well done, Andy Todd. Swansea 2, Hull 1. Ronald on 57 minutes, giving Swansea a 2-1 lead. Quality Stadium, it's still Bournemouth 1, Brighton 1. Scott on 18 minutes for Bournemouth and Mitoma on 48 minutes, getting Brighton back level. Plenty of action in this game. Definitely no comparison to the Leeds-Fulham match. Boreham Wood 3, Altrincham 1. Altrincham on the score sheet there. but still a mountain to climb. Portadown 0, Coleraine 2. Barnsley 3, Reading 1. Adam Phillips on 59 minutes from the penalty spot. Barnsley starting to pull away there. Warren Point 2, Ards 0. Peterhead 2, Hamilton 1. Peterhead taking the lead there. Goal scorer to follow. Bournemouth have got a penalty at the Vitality Stadium. Currently 1-1 with Brighton. VAR's getting involved here. They've given it is a penalty. I don't know whether they're not looking for a red card, surely. Let's have a look. Oh, hello. That's not going to be a penalty. It's a dive, and he's probably going to get he should get a booking for that. Clear dive. Peterhead 2, Hamilton Academicals 1. It was Cammy Smith on 62 minutes, getting Peterhead into the lead. And it's Newcastle 1, Wolves 1. Only goal of the game from Voltamade on 29 minutes, Rosewell. Leapt like a salmon. And Boreham Wood 3, Altrincham 1. It was Jimmy Knowles on 58 minutes, getting Altrincham on the score sheet. But oh, they have given that penalty to Bournemouth. I thought it was a dive and he'd get booked. They've given the penalty. And it's been Semenya. He's put it in. It's Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. Get to Specsavers, Jimmy James. Freiburg 3, Stuttgart 1. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1, as we've just heard. I didn't think that was a penalty at first, but, well... Just having a look at this Semenya penalty again. I've not got it on the biggest screen because I've got all the games in front of me, so they're all just like together. That's not a penalty. Yeah, I said it was a penalty, so that's all that matters. But for me, soft. Very soft. Dundela 1, Institute 2. Falkirk 0, St Mirren 1. Goal scorers to follow. Hill Dickinson Stadium, it's still Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. Don't sound as good as Goodison Park, does it? Solihull Moors 3, Morecambe 3. Bradley Nicholson on 60 minutes, getting Solihull Moors back level this time. And Falkirk 0, St Mirren 1. It was Declan John on 64 minutes, giving St Mirren the lead. Dundela 1, Institute 2. We won't get the goal scorer on that one, but I can assure you, Institute have taken the lead. Let's have a look at my bet, see what the cash out is. Oh. They're both of them too low. Surely not. Surely not. I'm having a shocker today. I'm having a shocker. Ibrox still Rangers 0, Hearts 1. Shankland on 21 minutes getting the only goal of the game. The Rangers faithful are not happy. And Annan Athletic 0, Clyde 6. Marley Redfern on 66 minutes. That's a hat-trick for him. And Clyde are running riot. And it's a good job I didn't turn my microphone off when I went for a pee break. Because I've just checked now to make sure that it was on. Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 4. Zach Rudden on 65 minutes. Dunfermline running away with that one now. Looking forward to the team news as well for Viswa tonight. Taking on Odra Pole. Aberystwyth 2. Cumbrand Celtic 0. Yeah, a lot of the Polish press are expecting Dario Grudzic to start in place of Kutwa tonight. Not convinced myself. One, because Kutwa hasn't really done anything wrong. And secondly, because Grudzic was supposed to, he came off in a friendly match that we had in the international break. I did reach out to Viswa to find out what the extent of the injury was, as nothing came out, no reply. Wasn't expecting one, but if you don't ask, you don't get. Cleethorpes 2, Leek 0. Mainz 0, RB Leipzig 1. That is a final score. And Barnsley 3, Reading 2. Goal scorer to follow there for Reading is the comeback on. Still plenty of time. Still Coventry 0, Norwich 1. Kvistgarden on 17 minutes. Only goal of the game. What Coventry would do for one of the goals when they put, was it 7 in against QPR? Barnsley 3, Reading 2. It was Daniel Kayeva on 66 minutes getting Reading a possible lifeline there. Rill 2, Newtown 5. That's the final score. Well. AFC Wimbledon 2, Rotherham 1. Matt Stevens from the penalty spot in the 67th minute. Carlisle 2, Aldershot 0. And Wrexham 1, QPR 2. Kiefer Moore on 67 minutes, giving Wrexham a lifeline. Dungannon 0, Crusaders 3. And Ballinamallard 0, Anna 1. Holywell 8, Gresford 4. Last I saw of that, it was Holywell 8, Gresford 2. So the comeback was on. Just ran out of time. Bristol Rovers 2, Barrow 1. Barrow on the score sheet, but still trailing. Goal scorer to follow in that game. Aberystwyth 2, Cumbrae Celtic 0. That's the final score. Mansfield 0, Stevenage 1. Goal scorer to follow in that game. Bristol Rovers 2, Barrow 1. It was Connor Mahoney on 69 minutes getting Barrow on the score sheet. Still trailing though. Mansfield 0, Stevenage 1. It was Charlie Good on 70 minutes giving Stevenage a lead. And Carlisle 2, Aldershot 0. It was Beavis Mugabe on 69 minutes giving Carlisle a 2-0 lead. Union Berlin 2, Hoffenheim 4. That's a final score. West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur tonight. I think it's a 5:30 kickoff. I've got a feeling Tottenham are going to absolutely smash West Ham tonight. And up at Ibrox, Rangers 1, Hearts 1. Hearts taking a lead in the first half. Rangers, though, pulling level. They need to as well. The fans are not happy up at Ibrox. Elgin City 2, Stirling 0. And that goal has been chalked off. Rangers are not level. That's going to be a score correction. And Bolton Wanderers are losing now. Leyton Orient 1, Bolton 0. Goal scorer to follow for Leyton Orient. Yeah, so the Ibrox faithful won't be happy again. Leyton Orient 1, Bolton 0. Jack Simpson on 69 minutes giving Leyton Orient the lead. Swindon 2, Harrogate 1. Goal scorer to follow. Elgin City 2, Stirling Albion 0. It was Josh Walker on 73 minutes. Elgin City pulling away. And there is confirmation of that. Rangers and Hearts. Score correction. The home team still to get on the score sheet. Losing by a goal to 0. Sellers Park, Sunderland still getting a point away at Palace. It's still 0-0. Portadown 0, Coleraine 3. And Swindon 2, Harrogate 1. Aaron Drinnen it was on 71 minutes, putting Swindon into the lead. Mansfield 1, Stevenage 1. Joe Gardner on 73 minutes, getting Mansfield back on level terms. Cash out, still too low. Right, let's name and shame who can't get the ball in the net. It's what the fans pay for. Southend and Boston, still 0-0. Everton Villa, still 0-0. Palace and Sunderland, still 0-0. Oldham and Bromley, still 0-0. Queen's Park and Morton, 0-0. West Brom Derby, 0-0. Stranraer and Spartans, 0-0. Aberdeen Livingston, 0-0. And Alloa Montrose, 0-0. Get a grip. Why don't you be more like Cleethorpes? They're winning 3-0 now against Leek. Forfar 2, Dumbarton 2, Dumbarton back level. Vicarage Road, it's still Watford 0, Blackburn 1. Morrishitter on 47 minutes, giving Blackburn that lead and a much needed 3 points if they can hang on. Real Sociedad 1, Real Madrid 2. Sociedad pulling one back there, but still trailing. At the Hawthorn, still West Brom 0, Derby 0. Ugh. Ugh. Forfar 2, Dumbarton 2. It was Leighton McIntosh on 76 minutes, getting Dumbarton back level. Elgin City 3, Stirling 0. Goal scorer to follow, and Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 5. Also a goal scorer to follow. Braintree 2, York City 2. York City getting back level. Well, Solihull Moors 3, Morecambe 4. And now it's Wrexham 1, QPR 3. Wrexham will have been thinking after that Kiefer Moore 67th minute goal, the comeback was on. But QPR pulling away again now. Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 5, Rory McLeod on 76 minutes. And Wrexham 1, QPR 3. It was Roman Burrell on 75 minutes. Need to be careful, Wrexham. Floating just above the relegation zone. Obviously, hoping to cement after promotion last season. They would have been hoping. They'd have been hoping for promotion straight away to keep that momentum going. But they are finding it a much harder proposition in the Championship. Stranraer 0, Spartans 1. Jamie Dishington on 77 minutes, giving Spartans a lead. Braintree 2, York 2. It was Joe Gray on 77 minutes, getting York back level. Eyupspor 0, Galatasaray 1. And Alloa 0, Montrose 1. That's one of mine on the old accumulator. Let's see who the goal scorer was there. And Solihull Moors 4, Morecambe 4. It was Miguel Aziz on 75 minutes, putting Morecambe 4-3 up. But they have just equalised Solihull Moors. So we'll give you the goal scorer as soon as that one comes through. Blimey. Blimey, blimey, blimey. Plymouth Argyle. They go down to 10 men and then they take the lead. Luton 2, Plymouth Argyle 3, goal scorer to follow. Just come through now, Wisła Płock and Cracovia. That game has been postponed. Not knowing why. As soon as we find out, we'll let you know. It was Luton 2, Plymouth 3. Bradley Ibrahim on 75 minutes, giving Plymouth a 3-2 lead, down to 10 men as well. That's a brace on the day, I think, for Ibrahim as well. Wolfsburg 3, FC Köln 2. Wolfsburg taking the lead, and Crew 1, Barnet 2. Ryan Glover on 80 minutes, giving Barnet the lead. Alloa 0, Montrose 1. Aidan Quinn on 78 minutes, giving Montrose a lead. I need another goal in that game for my bet. And Falkirk 0, St Mirren 2. Goal scorer to follow. Let's have a look, see if it's... yeah, cash out still too low. Bag of shite. Shocking. Shocking. You couldn't pick your nose, Jimmy James. Curious now as to why that Wisła Płock and Cracovia game has been postponed. If I had to put money on it, I'd say it's due to heavy rain in a waterlogged pitch. Falkirk 0, St Mirren 2. It was Michael Mandrin on 81 minutes, doubling St Mirren's lead. Southend 0, Boston United 1, goal scorer to follow. And Shrewsbury 1, Salford 2. Ben Woodburn on 82 minutes, giving Salford the lead. Carshalton 2, Cray Wanderers 2. Carshalton getting back level. Going back to Salford, I saw a clip of Joey Barton, and he was asked in it, would he manage Salford? Could he work for Gary Neville and the class of 92 that's there? I can tell you what his answer was. It wasn't very complimentary, and the answer would have been no. Not that they'd want him, but his answer would be no. Wealdstone 1, Gateshead 2. Gateshead taking the lead, and Oldham 1, Bromley 0. Goal scorer to follow. I still can't understand why that was a penalty to Bournemouth. Oldham 1, Bromley 0. Mike Fondop Talum on 82 minutes, giving Oldham the lead. Ballina Mallard 1. Anna 1. Ballina Mallard getting back on level terms. Coming into the dying embers of a lot of these games now. Certainly into the final 10 minutes. Southend 0, Boston United 1. Zach Mills on 81 minutes, giving Boston United the lead. Cash out still no, too low. Getting worse at Ibrox as well. Hearts have got a penalty here. Wealdstone 1, Gateshead 2. Kane Adom on 79 minutes, giving Gateshead the lead. And Jack Harness for Stirling Albion. He's been sent off on 85 minutes. Foul and abusive language. Wash your mouth out with soap. Larne 1, Glenavon 0. Rangers have not got a league win, have they? Southend 1, Boston United 1. Southend getting back level. Goal scorer to follow. Let's have a look at this penalty for Hearts. And Chesterfield 1, MK Dons 1. Chesterfield back level. Goal scorer to follow. West Brom 0, Derby 1. Andy Wyman on 84 minutes, giving Derby the lead. Hang on a minute. And no, it's West Brom 1, Derby 1. Well, that didn't last too long, did it, that lead? Like buses, you're waiting for 1, 2 come along in the space of 60 seconds. Wolfsburg 3, FC Cologne 3. Cologne getting back level there. And Stranraer 0, Spartans 2. It is a penalty at Ibrox. It's still not been taken. I think they were just checking whether it was or not. Oh, the penalty was saved by Buckland, but the rebound's been put in. Oof. And in the background, the Ibrox faithful, they're walking out. They've seen enough. They've given Jack Buckland some dogs abuse today, and they are out. They're out of the stadium. That's enough. Chesterfield 1, MK Dons 1. It was Tom Naylor on 86 minutes getting Chesterfield back level, and Southend 1. Boston United 1. Andrew Dallas getting Southend back level. 1-1 and confirmation. Rangers 0, Hearts 2. Lawrence Shankland on 82 minutes, doubling Hearts' lead. There's talk about that goal wouldn't count if they get their own way. Just before we do that, Stranraer 0, Spartans FC 2. Cameron Russell on 85 minutes, doubling Spartans' lead. Yeah, there's talk of if a penalty is missed, that's the end of the play, and I'm assuming it'll be a goal kick or something like that. But basically, so that if you miss the penalty, people backing up can't put the ball in the net. They've not changed that rule yet, but it is being talked about. And Tranmere 1, Newport 1. Newport getting back level there. Empire Maker will be gutted with that. Although you've got to be getting used to it now. They're having a shocker. They've been having a shocker for the last season as well. Jan Dander for Dundee United on 85 minutes. He's not scored. He's been a naughty boy, a very naughty boy. He's been sent off for violent conduct. Wraith Rovers 0, St Johnstone 2. Joshua McPake on 88 minutes, doubling St Johnstone's lead. And Wolfsburg 3, FC Cologne 3. That is now a final score. Cliftonville 2, Ballymena 2. Ballymena getting back level. And Peterhead 2, Hamilton 2. Hamilton getting back level. Goal scorer to follow. Tranmere 1, Newport 1. It was Courtney Baker-Richardson on 87 minutes. Where's all these double-barreled names keep coming from? It used to be 1 in a million. Now it seems to be 1 in 10. Falkirk 1, St Mirren 2. Goal scorer to follow. Still trailing though. Falkirk. At least pulling 1 back. And it was Brian Graham on 88 minutes getting them on the score sheet. Bet365 Stadium, it's still Stoke 1, Birmingham 0. Laval on 21 minutes with the only goal of the game. Won't be long now. The team sheets will be coming out for tonight's big game. Biswa Krakow hosting Odra Opole. Hill Dickinson Stadium, it's still Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. Peterhead 2, Hamilton Academicals 2. It was Stuart McKinstry on 89 minutes getting Hamilton Accies back level, and Falkirk 1, St Mirren 2. Brian Graham 88 minutes getting Falkirk on the score sheet, but still trailing. Don't know how many games there are today that are still 0-0, but it seems to be such a lot. Still Coventry 0, Norwich 1. Kvistgaard in the 17th minute, putting Norwich in the lead, and that's the way it stayed. Wealdstone 2, Gateshead 2. Wealdstone getting back level. Portadown 0, Coleraine 4. Easy day for Coleraine. Another chance there for Everton. Couldn't take it though. Could have been 1-0 there. It's not. Swindon 3, Harrogate 1. Goal scorer to follow, and Wraith 0, St Johnstone 2. Final scores coming through now. As always, Scotland seem to be first. Annan 0, Clyde 6. That's an own goal. Fulham 1, Leeds 0. Oof. Unlucky. Unlucky. That was the only way they were going to get a goal in that game. Blimey. Wealdstone 2, Gateshead 2. Max Kretschmar on 88 minutes, getting Wealdstone back level as we heard. And it is Fulham 1. That's an own goal, that. Unlucky. Swindon 3, Harrogate 1, Aaron Drinan in the 91st minute. And Shrewsbury 1, Salford 3. Daniel Udo on 92 minutes. That's a brace on the day for him. There's one thing, that goal is definitely going to be an own goal for giving Fulham the 1-0 lead over Leeds. Selhurst Park, Palace and Sunderland still 0-0. I was expecting about 4 or 5 goals in that game, to be honest. That game. It was Goodmanson with the own goal for Leeds, making it 1-0 to Fulham. And now Braintree 2, York 3. Ollie Pearce from the penalty spot in the 93rd minute, giving York the lead. we can't be watching that. We need some football in the background, don't we? Let's hit replay. There we go. How's that? Tychy started half decent in the Polish Betclic one, but they've tailed off lately. Lucas Weaver for Altrincham. He's been sent off in the 93rd minute for violent conduct. And Leyton Orient 1, Bolton Wanderers 1. And Mario Kozia Dubry in the 94th minute, probably earning Bolton a share of the spoils there. Carrick Rangers and Bangor FC. It's been abandoned at 1-0 to Bangor. No more details on that one. Fulham, they have beaten Leeds by 1-0. It's not Leeds' day. A little bit of sour grapes at the end there on the sideline. Going to be pretty quick tonight with the Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. That's the final score now. Yeah, I'm going to have to get cracking with the final scores as we read them out because we've got to get ready for the stream tonight. Beast for Krakow taking on Odra Apole. Dundela 2, Institute 2, late goal there, getting Dundela a share of the points, possibly. Stockport County 1, Cardiff 1, late goal for Cardiff. Goal scorer to follow. Tell you what though, Aston Villa don't look a good side this season. What a difference from last season. Final score, Wrexham 1, QPR 3. Portadown 1, Coleraine 4. Portadown on the score sheet, but too little, too late. And it was Stockport 1, Cardiff 1. Youssef Saleh in the 97th minute for Cardiff. That's going to be a stinger for Stockport. I do believe we've got some rain coming. It sounds like it anyway. And Forest Green 1. Scunthorpe 1. Late equaliser for Forest Green. And Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 3. That's the final score now. I thought it was going to get ugly for Sheffield Wednesday, but yeah. Late goal for Swansea 2, Hull 2. And Grimsby 1, Cambridge 1. Grimsby getting back level late on. Goal scorers to follow in them games. Let's get the old party poppers ready for tonight. This were Krakow. I'm hoping these are going to be going off left, right and centre. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. That's a final score. Penalty for Semenya for me. After Mitoma had gotten back level. It's just not a penalty for me. Grimsby 1, Cambridge 1. It was Justin Amaluzo in the 97th minute getting Grimsby back level. rubbish. My bets today. Absolute garbage. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the final scores now because, like I said, I've got to get ready for the Biswa game. So we'll get ourselves a little bit of quiet. To get everything lined up for it. You guys can we're in. You can go through your coupon if you've done one. Right. Starting with the English Premier League. Yeah, English Premier League. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 0. Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. Fulham 1, Leeds 0. Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. West Ham and Tottenham, that's a 5:30 kickoff, and Brentford and Chelsea, that's an 8 o'clock kickoff. English Championship. Charlton 1, Millwall 1. Oxford United 2, Leicester 2. Preston 2, Middlesbrough 2. Coventry 1, Norwich 1, still being played that game, 74 minutes on the clock. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 3. Stoke 1, Birmingham 0. Swansea 2, Hull 2. Watford 0, Blackburn 1. West Brom 0, Derby 1. And Wrexham 1, QPR 3. English League 1, Bradford City 3, Huddersfield 1. Northampton 1, Blackpool 0. AFC Wimbledon 2, Rotherham 1. Barnsley 3, Reading 2. Burton 0, Lincoln 1. Exeter 0, Port Vale 2. Leyton Orient 1, Bolton Wanderers 1. Luton 2, Plymouth Argyle 3. 75 minutes on the clock there, still playing. Mansfield 1, Stevenage 1. Peterborough 2, Wickham 1. Stockport County 1, Cardiff 1. Wigan 3, Doncaster 0. English League 2, Accrington 1, Colchester 0. Crawley 2, Cheltenham 0. Bristol Rovers 2, Barrow 1. Chesterfield 1, MK Dons 1. Crewe 1, Barnet 2. Fleetwood 1, Walsall 1. Gillingham 1, Notts County 0, still being played, 77 minutes on the clock. Grimsby 1, Cambridge United 1, still being played, 78 minutes on the clock. Oldham 1, Bromley 0. Shrewsbury 1, Salford 3. Swindon 3, Harrogate 1. Tranmere 1, Newport 1. English National League, Yeovil 1, Woking 0. Boreham Wood 3, Altrincham 1. Braintree 2, York City 3. Carlisle 2, Aldershot 0. Forest Green 1, Scunthorpe 1. Hartlepool 0, Brackley Town 0. Solihull Moors 4, Morecambe 4. Southend 1, Boston United 1. Sutton 2, Tamworth 3. Truro 0, Rochdale 1. Wealdstone 2, Gateshead 2. And FC Halifax against Eastleigh, 5:30 kickoff. English MPL Premier Division, Cleethorpes 3, Leek 0. England Istiman League Premier Division, Carshalton 2, Cray Wanderers 2. Dartford and Burgess Hill match postponed due to an FA Cup replay. Ramsgate 2, Potters Bar 1. FA Cup qualification matches, full-time results only, so they haven't come through yet. Tell a lie, there's a couple come through. Chasetown 0, Banbury 0, and Dorking 7, Wingate and Finchley 2. The rest we are awaiting. There's a couple more come through, so we'll go with them. Grimsby Borough 1, Hales Owen 1, Hanwell Town 0, Bedfont Sports 1, Harborough 3, Worksop 2, Hyde 2, Whitby 0, Maidenhead 0, Faversham 1, Nantwich 3, Trafford 1, Shepshed 0, Stamford 2, and that is it. Moving over to the German Bundesliga, Freiburg 3, Stuttgart 1, Heidenheim 0, Dortmund 2, Mainz 0, RB Leipzig 1, Union Berlin 2, Hoffenheim 4, Wolfsburg 3, FC Köln 3, and Bayern Munich and Hamburg, that is a 5:30 kickoff. In Italy, Serie A, it was Cagliari 2, Parma 0. Fiorentina and Napoli kick off at 7:45 tonight, and Juventus and Inter has just kicked off. Currently 0-0 in the first minute. The Dutch Eredivisie, Ajax 2, Zwolle 1. That's still playing, 53 minutes on the clock. Northern Ireland Premiership, Carrick Rangers and Bangor FC. It was 1-0 to Bangor, then it's match abandoned. No more details on that. Cliftonville 3, Ballymena 2. Dungannon 0, Crusaders 3. Larne 1, Glenavon 0. Portadown 1, Coleraine 4. Northern Irish Championship, Ballina-Mallard 1, Anna 1. Dundela 2, Institute 2. Limavady 0 and Newington 0. Loughgall 1, Harland and Wolf Welders 2. 80 minutes on the clock there, so still playing. Queen's University 1, Armagh 1. And Warren Point 2, Ards 0. Still playing in that match. And it's 76 minutes on the clock. Excuse me. The Polish Ekstraklasa, it finished Korona Kielce 1, Pogoń Szczecin 0. Wisła Płock and Cracovia, that game has been postponed. No reason why on that one. And Piaskilvice and Jagiellonia, that is a 7:15 kickoff tonight. Moving over to the Scottish Premiership. Aberdeen 0, Livingston 0. Dundee FC 1, Motherwell 1. Falkirk 1, St Mirren 2. Rangers 0, Hearts 2. Hibernian and Dundee United, that's a 5:45 kickoff. Scottish Championship, Arbroath 0, Dunfermline 5. 1, Ross County 1. Queen's Park 0, Morton 0. And Wraith 0, St Johnstone 2. Scottish League 1. Alloa 0, Montrose 1. East Fife 2, Queen of the South 1. Kelty Hearts 0, Stenhousemuir 1. Peterhead 2, Hamilton 2. Cove Rangers and Inverness Cally Thistle, that is a 5:30 kickoff. Scottish League 2, Annan 0, Clyde 6. Edinburgh City 2, East Kilbride 2. Elgin City 3, Stirling 0. Forfar Athletic 2, Dumbarton 3. And Stranraer 0, Spartans 2. In the Spanish La Liga, it was Getafe 2, Real Oviedo 0. Real Sociedad 1, Real Madrid 2. That match is still currently being played, 67 minutes on the clock. Turkish Superliga. Eyüpspor 0, Galatasaray 2. Karagümrük 0, Kasimpasa 1. Samsunspor 1, Antalyaspor 2. Welsh Premier League, Barry 4, Barla 0, Britain Ferry 2, Carnarvon 5, Colwyn Bay 3, Haverfordwest 0, Connors Quay 1, Cardiff Metropolitan 1, Penybont 5, Flint 0, TNS 6, Llanelli 0. And that is all she wrote. Just have another double check for you, but that's pretty much. That's all we've got for you. If there's any more, I'm sure you can find them out on the internet. Right. Thanks for tuning in today. Low on views today. I'm not sure what's going on there. Who cares? I've had fun. If you're watching this on a replay, thanks very much. Please leave a comment. Join me tonight, 6:25 in the UK. Live stream watch along Wisła Kraków hosting Odra Opole. 33,000 in the crowd. It's going to be a full house. Get back to winning ways. Cement our place at the top of the Polish Betclic one. Come on, Wisła Kraków. We have got a stream supporter for today. And that is Ollie Stone. Music producer, mixing engineer. If you want to contact Ollie for all your musical needs or engineering needs, music-wise that is, contact Ollie at olliestoneproduction@gmail.com. Use the promo code Jimmy and get a 20% discount off. Details are in the description of this video. We'll go back now up here and it will give you one of them. We don't need that. Right, I am off. Thanks for joining me. Leave a comment. Please hit that subscribe button. Ping that notification bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic. I'll be back at 6:25 tonight. Join me for that one. I'm Jimmy James. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.